Okay guys, so let's go ahead and see what are some challenges which are there in this field. So in Heidelberg, Germany in 2012, the bioinformaticians, around 40 bioinformaticians from the world, they gather around and then they have a conference which was actually, they call it as Heisenberg Unseminars in bioinformatics. You might have heard of seminars, but this is interesting. They are using another word, unseminar. So basically they don't want to have at a formal seminar जिस तरह conferences होती हैं formal conferences होती हैं ये वाली conference थोड़ी informal है. If you look into the paper they say it's a world cafe style. So what is world cafe style? They actually what they have done is कि इसके अंदर basically हर इन्होंने tables के ऊपर जो है वो अपने ग्रुप लीडर्स बनाए और उनके साथ जो है वो साइंटिस्ट जाके कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स को डिस्कस करते हैं. फिर उसके बाद 8 या 10 मिनट की डिस्कशन के बाद जो है वो ग्रुप तब्दील होके लीडर वहीं बैठा रहता है और लोग जो हैं वो दूसरे टेबल्स पे चले जाते हैं. सो एंड ऑफ द डे देन दे गैदर विद डिफरेंट आइडियाज़ and then they present it into this report. So interestingly they figure out some areas जहाँ पे bioinformatics के अंदर there are big challenges. So they wrote the report as the big challenges in bioinformatics. सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज जो है बायोइन्फॉर्मेटिक्स के अंदर वो ये है कि बहुत लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ डेटा प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है. सो देर इज़ द कंटिन्यूइंग डेवलपमेंट ऑफ हाई थ्रूपुट मेजरमेंट टेक्निक्स so which is leading to the constant increase in the volume of the data available. Especially हम अपने later half of the course के अंदर next generation sequence analysis को पढ़ेंगे, which is the big problem. So machines they are producing large amount of data. So the issue is how to decide which data sets to archive and which to discard. So the participants in this meeting they propose that there should be some benefit to cost ratio, like किसी डेटा को रिटेन करने का कितना ज़्यादा बेनिफिट है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू उसके डिस्कार्ड करने का कितना नुकसान है, तो उस हवाले से उसको रिटेन किया जाए या फिर उसको डिस्कार्ड कर दिया जाए. दूसरा प्रॉब्लम इसके अंदर ये आ रहा है जो चैलेंज है बायोइन्फॉर्मेटिक्स के अंदर is the knowledge management. The fact that information is available is not sufficient. It also has to be made accessible and usable. So information is there, but how you can make it accessible to the scientific community all over the world. So that was another big issue which these people they pointed out. So the issues which include here are a lack of standardized formats, data from different, as I said earlier, different organizations, the data is in different formats. The data coming from different machines has different formats. So how to put it together? So there is a lack of common interfaces. There are inconsistencies in identifiers for biological entities, and there is insufficient support for data exchange frameworks. And obviously there is insufficient visibility of the data over the internet. Then another issue is in bioinformatics, what happens is that people they set up the experiments, mainly the biologists which are actually driving this field, and then they employ the bioinformaticians later on, and then they ask them to derive the information from the data. So there is a data first, and then hypothesis is coming at the later stages, which should not be like this. So the hypotheses are sometimes developed post experiments, so there can be bias in the data interpretation. So the solution to this problem is that the input from bioinformaticians at early stages could help plan the experiments better. Another issue which is very common nowadays since the discoveries which are going on in the field of next-gen sequence analysis or sequencing technologies are also becoming really advanced. So there is a new concept which is emerging, that is the personalized medicine. So everybody should know about उसका जीनोम सीक्वेंस क्या है, उसके अंदर डिजीज़ के कौन कौन से जीन्स हैं. तो इस तरह से बेसिकली पहले से अपने जीनोम को स्टडी कर लेना और अपने फ्यूचर प्रॉब्लम्स को प्रेडिक्ट कर लेना. सो विच इज़ कमिंग अंडर द एरिया ऑफ पर्सनलाइज्ड मेडिसिन. सो पीपल इन दिस मीटिंग दे रियलाइज्ड कि बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पर्सनलाइज्ड मेडिसिन देयर आर प्राइवेसी इश्यूज, एथिकल इश्यूज. Obviously confidentiality of the data is there. If it is bypassed, there must be some issues with the jobs, there must be some issues with the insurance companies. So if they already know that somebody has those problems, they won't go for their insurance. Obviously, companies might avoid giving the jobs to those people. So personalized medicines has created some issues also. Other big challenge which these people they picked up is that how to define species. Different distinct data types from different sources need to be integrated. And they say in addition to reproductive isolation, that was the concept which was there in earlier genetics things. They say that we should also include some molecular, morphological, ecological and information, those ecological and environmental informations to define the concept of the species. Another big issue which these guys they pointed out is the inferring tree of life. So they say that in order to find the evolution between different organisms, we are relying on small set of genes, which are actually we call them housekeeping genes. ये वो genes हैं जो कि हर organisms के अंदर most of the time expressed होते हैं and which are common to most of the organisms. So they say the number is small. There should be some more number of genes so that we can predict this evolutionary tree better.